Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick touch base with you and give you a number of updates I heard while attending the annual Minnesota Council for the Social Studies Conference yesterday in Brooklyn Center. It is, and I'm going to kind of start there on that page. If you look at the pictures on there, there is a couple pictures of Tim McLean winning his award that was there at the gala event, as he was named the Minnesota Council of Social Studies High School Teacher of the Year. Just a couple of things here for you from that conference. The Minnesota History Day is coming up. If you're interested in seeing what the History Day is and the level of work that students around the state are doing, there's an opportunity for you to take part in this year's History Day as a judge. This year's History Day exhibits are being presented and judged on March 21st. That's a Saturday from 8:30 to 3:30 at the Atwood Memorial Center in St. Cloud State University. I'm going to send you in this email Sammy Jo Corlin's contact information. She's in charge of our region and is looking at coming up with judges. Next, here there were a whole number of summer seminar scholarship opportunities that were being discussed. And many of those scholarships have applications that are coming due the first week of March that are tied to, again, different scholarships. NEH was one of them. All the NEH scholarships are due, I believe, on March 2nd, but these are open to language arts teachers and social studies teachers. There's a number of great ones ranging from Islam and teaching how to better teach about Islam and in the classroom, all the way to the Spanish flu, or Lincoln and the civil rights movement of the 1960s. So some really cool stuff that's out there. Next one that I wanted to show you here was Colonial Williamsburg, I believe. Colonial Williamsburg was talked about some. They have already closed their scholarship applications there, but for this year. But something to keep in mind for next year, they do have an elementary school sessions, middle school sessions, and high school sessions. And again, that's something that I think closed as a scholarship opportunity in December. But next year, a really cool opportunity if you're interested in going down to the Washington, D.C. area and actually seeing history come alive and maybe bringing about some type of creative dramatics inside your classroom. Next one, this was actually one of our speakers that was there at the conference, and he is a big part of the Center for the Constitution at Montpelier. This is coming up due very, very soon, but there is a week-long seminar about the Constitution and constitutionalism that would be very awesome to attend. It's, again, an application process. It's about a $1,500 value if you're win the scholarship for that. The next one that I had here is one that's put on by people from Minnesota. It's called the Learning Law and Democracy Foundation, and this is August 4th to the 6th. It's very cheap. It's only $50. But they're going to be analyzing this last year's U.S. Supreme Court decisions and Minnesota Supreme Court decisions. They're going to be talking about legislative changes that impact our students. And it's also an opportunity on one of those days to have lunch with a Supreme Court judge, which would be pretty cool. Again, that's August 4th to the 6th, and it's $50. And I'll send that link to you guys as well. Prior to this summer, there's a number of other professional opportunities as well. There was the Tolerance Minnesota, a trip to the Holocaust Memorial in Washington, D.C. The cost for this is $400, and it's open to both teachers and to students ages 12 years old or older. And the contact from this I'll send out to you, but the day is on April 28th, 2015. So that's coming up pretty soon. But the $400 covers your flight to Washington, D.C., the museum exhibit, a question and answer segment, and then your flight back to Minnesota. So pretty cool. April 28th, 2015. There is one that does not have any type of web page to it. It's the Japanese American Incarceration and Constitutional Vigilance in a Times of Crisis. And it's being held at the historic Fort Snelling on April 24th. And this one is $110 cost. There's some historic background and ties to current events like 9/11. There's lesson plans for grades 6 to 12 that are there tied to different social studies standards. And I'm going to send you the contact information for that as well. Her name for this, again, here's this, the Japanese American incarceration. Her name is Sally Sudo. And again, our district would actually be reimbursed by a grant they have at the tune of $110 per person. The last one is the St. Paul for Peace, from War to Reconciliation, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and today's Pathway to Peace at the St. Paul Peace.org. They have a conference that's coming up on April 18th, 2015, and it's open to 5th through 12th grade teachers at a cost of $25. They're going to be showing a release of a film that was done with a tie-in to different art created by elementary students who are survivors of Hiroshima, which is being returned back to Japan. And they're going to have some different exhibit opportunities for that that's coming up this summer. So a lot of different things that are coming up there. You know, I know that there's a number of people that said that they wish that they could have gone to the conference. And I just wanted to make sure that people heard about the things that are going on around the states and that were discussed there that day. So a pretty cool time. You know, hopefully next year our district will sponsor more of us to go. If you have any questions or if any of the links don't work in the email that I'm going to send out, please feel free to email me back. Again, Ted Gearing at isd15.org. So ted.gearing@isd15.org. Thank you very much, and have a great day.